humans! This is your overlord speaking today! Hi, Susu! Hi, UTI Woods! I'm just gonna call you Uti. Hi, Yuri! Hi, Susu! Hi, Rumi! Hi, everybody! How are you today? To call me Cat, but that's nowhere in your name! Thank you for the only blood scissors! I'm Antisocial! Hi, I am nemuri, and I have a confession to make. I was supposed to do work today, and instead I played Overwatch all day because I was procrastinating because it made me anxious. The work was making me anxious. So we're gonna have to work now. Thankfully, it's drawing. The work that I have to do is drawing, so it's not so bad. Not so bad. Just, you know, just the normal amount. Yeah, we're gonna draw Ame-chan. Not Ame-chan. We drew Ame-chan yesterday. We're gonna draw K-Angel today from the streamer. From Nidira. I hope that's okay. I have a little bit of yappa that I want to get out of the way first. First of all, I finished watching Lane. I did not see the ending coming. Not in a sense that it was like a big plot twist or anything. But in the sense that I watched the final episode and I was like, okay, next, wait, that was it. But I still feel satisfied. I don't feel like it needed anymore. It's just like it ended so smoothly. I didn't even feel it. You finished previous drawing? Yes, I did. I can show it to you in a little bit if you want. I did finish the previous drawing. Finished it last night. Right after I finished off your mom. But that's not relevant to the plot. Good evening, English level CT minus for past. Good evening, Mira. What words do I know in Chinese? 谢谢. What are you doing now? Now I am talking a little bit about my day, and after I will draw. I will make a drawing. Thank you. I did finish the previous drawing. I wanted to yap a little bit about my day. Hi, I had a stressful day. No, not really. I just played Overwatch all day. It was not stressful. I'm just really nervous about the submission. Tomorrow I'm gonna get everything printed out so that I can turn it in on Monday. What are we drawing today now? It's in the title. Pope Francis Clone 1. Thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to Namtopia. I hope you enjoy your time here because there's no way to her forever. But also the fact that you're Pope Francis Clone 1 implies the existence of a Pope Francis Clone 2 and so on and so forth. And I'm gonna be real with you, I'm a little bit scared of an army of Pope Francises. Pope Francis? Pope Francises? I don't know the correct grammatical structure in English. I'm safe, don't worry. I'm on the Pope's clone's good graces. That's good to know. That's good to know. Procrastinating is stressful. Procrastinating is less stressful than doing the thing. Until it's time to do the thing. Then doing the thing is very, very stressful. But generally, I'm just really nervous about my submission. It stresses me out. I hate that this is how the education system is set up. It stresses me out very much that everything hinges on like the last 2 things you do in a semester. It's my last semester of my last year of university, and graduating or not rests solely on this submission and then on a presentation. How does that make any sense? It doesn't make sense to me. Hi, lasers! Doesn't make sense to me. It stresses me out very much. So I've just been just spiraling a little bit spiraling. Not too bad just yet. Not spiraling. Not a lot, just a little bit, little spiraling as a treat. as a treat. I know it's a random question, but how do I create an artist account on Vision? I heard it's hard to get. You either apply for it on VGen, or you get someone to send, or if you have a friend that's already an artist on VGen, they can give you a code to do so. It was an honor-based system, so like it's not. You just apply for it, or if you already have a friend who has that, they can give you a code if they still have codes left. They're not unlimited codes. But yeah, I got in like really early on VGen. I was like, it says on like my profile what my batch is, but I don't know it from memory. I have the early bird thing. Yeah. One of VGen's earliest, I was one of the people who ported over the earliest, so. I've been around the block. I've been around for a while. Yeah, I was in the beta batch. I was in the beta batch. That's crazy. I was like, this is the thing. This is the thing I want to use. Yes, this is good. Hey, I know quality when I see it. I remember the thing I really liked about it was how the artist protections and how like clear everything was. Yeah. I really liked I really liked the artist protections of it and how it was like by artists for artists, and I thought it was really well executed and they were taking a lot of feedback on everything, so I got in as early as possible. I was like, yes, this please, thank you. And I was right once again. I'm always right. I have great instincts. I'm stressing out about this. Okay, my name is not Cat. Okay, I will now be addressing you as Cat. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Ooh. That's very convenient. Thank you. How long has Vision's been around? A couple years. I want to say like 4 years ish. 4, maybe 5. It kicked off like right as the Vtuber bubble like boomed. VGen propped up as like a privacy first commission site because a lot of VTubers were having trouble getting commissioning things because if you don't know, when you send money through PayPal directly to someone via PayPal, they can see your full legal name and sometimes address. If you didn't know. So VTubers were like, it would be nice if this didn't happen. So VGen stepped in as like, we will be an intermediary with artists' safety first and user privacy. You know something inside? I've never had any issues with VGen. I really like it. Listen, I've done a lot of commissions. I have over 50 reviews, all of them 5 stars. I have 100% completion on all of my works. I love VGen. I've completed like 70 commissions on VGen. We're going for 100. Speaking of 100, I'm almost at 100 loot boxes on Overwatch, by the way. I think I have 97 today. Yeah, I think I have 97 today. I don't think I'll be able to open them on stream, but I'll probably do like a Discord event. Opening all of my loot boxes and crashing out when I don't get anything good. I really want a Dominus skin, and I really want a Diva skin. And Juno skins. Illari. Juno, Illari, Domina, and Diva. That's all I want. If I probably will not get any. What time will I be drawing them? When I'm done yapping. I usually yap for about 30 to 40 minutes on average. I don't have very much to speak about today, so probably not more than 30 minutes. Probably, yeah, I'm just very stressed about the submission. It's like, what's kind of frying me though is that I was so happy when class ended. I was so happy. I did my hair, I did my nails, I had my spark back. I was hoping positivity maxing, and now I am so stressed again. It's actually the boomerang is crazy. School is not good for my health. School is like legitimately terrible for my health, and I will not be doing any more of it. I'll not be doing any more of any of that. Even if I don't pass, like, if I don't succeed, that's it. This was my last try. I'm not gonna try again. I'm not gonna do it. I can't. It makes me very sick. Like, I've kind of been tanking it all because we're in the final stretch. But I've lost a lot of weight. I don't feel good. I'm constantly stressed. I have to take so much medication just to be able to sleep. I'm not gonna put myself through this anymore. Even if you know what? If I don't pass, I give it an honest try. I need to stop. I need to stop. It'll be a freeing feeling once it's over. Hopefully, yeah. But until my defense in July, it's not over. And then, there's the gallery. But that's different. That's just like... That's work. No, that's not related to school anymore. That's just work. And I love work. I do desperately need a vacation, though. Very desperately need a vacation. I want to go to Korean barbecue. Oh my god. I don't eat meat. So, it might surprise you that I'm a Korean barbecue fiend. But the Korean barbecue has one thing. Seafood. I go to the Korean barbecue, I order the seafood set. With all the fucking side dishes. I fucking love KBBQ. It's so good. I wanna go to Korean barbecue. I wanna go to to celebrate, the end of class. I'm gonna bother all my friends. They're like, come to Korean barbecue. Come with me to Korean barbecue now. Okay, I need to calm down though. I'm so anxious. Crazy. I'm just gonna draw. Okay, so this is what I drew yesterday. We finished this. Finished this yesterday. Which is what I was drawing last time. I like how it turned out. The like muted colors and with the blue lighting. I really like that. It reflects what I was trying to do. Kinda. Big shit, but also gloomy. That's the vibe I was going for. Thank you. And today, we're gonna be working on this one. Which has a completely different vibe to it. Just shifting gears, just like that. Well, let me find some music. Something to play in the background while we work on this. What are you guys in the mood for? This monster will weird Vienna. This is like, no, I know exactly what you want. I know exactly what you want. Yeah, okay, I can get behind this. See how I know? I know who you are. I know what you want. I'm right here. Is this supposed to read it with you? Does it sound like a brother-sister activity, or, you know... Doesn't sound like a siblings kind of activity. You're aware it's a porn game, right? Suspicious sister. Censored version? You're missing out though. For the censored version, you're missing out on like good plot. But that's just my opinion. I'm just a bunny girl online, what do I know? But I feel like Saya's censored version is kind of like going to McDonald's and ordering a salad. Like, what are we doing here? You know? Play the original uncensored many years ago was a formative experience. Yeah. It's definitely a formative experience. It forms your future kinks. nice. How's the nails feeling? They look good. Alright, let's go. It's actually Angel today. The difference is subtle, but it's there. I finished the Ame today. Oh, Ame yesterday. I finished it. Can't think, huh? I like the game, but the anime is kind of meh. I'm only like 4 episodes into the anime, so I can't claim. Who is this? Sama? It's in the title, bro. It's K Angel. You don't know how to read and write. Yo, this dude is what's it called? Analog. Is it gonna be? You're fucking stupid. What's it called when you can't read and write? There's a word for that. It's K Angel. Oh my god. This is K Angel. Illiterate, yes. The word is very different in Portuguese, so. We say an alphabet. You never seen a streamer? You're missing out the game on the game. It's a game. The game's better. Apologize for being dumb. I expected this. You don't have to apologize. It's expected. This is nobody wants chat after all. The brain cell is a scarce resource around these parts. Now I really want to play the Lane game. The Lane visual novel. Since I finished the anime. I should play it? I already did. I played it on stream multiple times. Isn't it PS2 exclusive? Yes. PSX. Yes. Yes. I played other PlayStation 2 games on stream. I played Fatal Frame. I played Haunting Ground. I played Silent Hill. all legal, right? Of course. Do I look like someone who would do anything illegal? Yeah. Well, I didn't though. For legal reasons, I did not do anything illegal. My lawyer is advising me to stick to my story. Bro, I'm gonna have to look up a reference for this. I'm stupid. I'm not smart enough. Fingers are really hard to draw. They become harder if they're like freaking interlocked. I don't know, I don't have the brain capacity. 초텐창. have a cozy stream. Are my sighs of despair still cozy? I'm just so stressed out again. Shit pisses me off. You think you're out and then they pull you right back in. Yeah, I was planning on going on vacation in July. This is starting to interfere with my vacation plans. Me, who never takes a vacation, decides to make vacation plans. And then school is like, However, yeah, cool. It's okay, listen, it's the home stretch, and then never again, never again. Rather jump in front of a moving train. Jarvis, place me in front of the oncoming Shinkansen. Romeo, thank you for the blood rosy music. Joanne, thank you. I feel like you could take some of the things I say out of context and make them sound very silly. You don't get it! The porn scenes inside are very plot relevant! They're plot relevant! I scream as they drag me away to the nut house. relevant, I swear. You seem very sane, Emma. We've successfully mind broken another one. Let's fucking go. The assimilation process is very human. Have you guys watched Pluribus? The TV show. How do you spell it? Pluribus. From the Latin, et pluribus unum. The many are one. Is this, I guess it's sci-fi show. I don't really feel like sci-fi. It's from the creators of Better Call Saul, I believe. I don't know. Kim from Better Call Saul is in it. I really like Pluribus so far. Dad watched it. I really like it so far. But I made the mistake of going on Reddit. Brother, I can spend a day on the pits of 4chan and not get as much brain damage as 5 minutes on Reddit, I swear to God. Jesus. Currently watching Spider-Man. It's good. I finished Spider-Man. It was good. I wish it had been better. I wish they'd given Nick Cage more room to be like Nick Cage. I fucking love Nicolas Cage, man. But I thought overall the show was pretty good. It was fun. Fun show. Yeah, essentially I watched Pluribus when it comes out. When it came out, I watched Pluribus and it was good and I was having a good time. And then I went on Reddit.
WebDubDub69 just redeemed Animal Fact.
Let's do a spider fact, since we were just talking about Spider Noir. The way spider legs limb and the reason they move like that is because they essentially use hydraulics to move their legs. Isn't that cool? It's not muscle or fiber. It's like hydraulics. It's cool. Nicolas Cage is best Spider-Man because the show has community bits. Yeah, Nicolas Cage is very fun. It's very fun to watch. But that's not my point. My point is that I watched Pluribus when it came out. And I really liked it. And then I went on Reddit for 5 minutes. And they were like, the main character is such a bitch. She's so abusive to the hive mind that is assimilating every human being and leading them to, like, imminent death as they have done with hundreds of planets before. And I truly believe that the average Redditor cannot distinguish someone being nice from someone being good. Good people aren't always nice, and nice people aren't always good. Actually, as a matter of fact, in my experience, a lot of people who are overly nice are assholes. They use their politeness as a way to, like, mask the fact that they are going to screw you over. And it's like, yes, the hive mind is polite, it's nice. The main character is not very polite or nice. However, one of them is leading leading the planet towards total annihilation, and the other one is trying to prevent it. So, like, are the plot descriptions thought the hive mind sound nice? Yeah, they're very polite. They're very nice. They accommodate you. They don't want you to be in any pain. They don't hurt anything or anyone. They're very polite, except for that they will force you to assimilate into their hive mind, and then because they refuse, they cannot harm any creature because it's part of the hive mind, so it'd be like harming themselves. The planet goes extinct because they can't even pick an apple from a tree. They cannot feed. The hive mind cannot feed itself because it cannot harm any other living being. And it does this to planet after planet after planet after planet. It hops from planet to planet, assimilating everything, and then killing it itself, and then assimilating the next planet, and then killing it. It's a virus. The hive mind is a virus. The hive mind is a planet-wiping virus. It's just a very polite one. It's a very polite, planet-wiping virus. And the main character, her name is Carol, I believe. She's a bitch. Yes, sometimes, yes. But she's trying to unhive mind the planet, okay? And she's kind of entitled to being a bitch because the hive mind killed her wife. I think you're kind of... Listen, if the planet wiping hive mind virus kills your wife and like 15% of the population, you're kind of allowed to be a bitch. You're entitled. You're entitled to being mad about it. If Carol was a dude, they wouldn't be complaining. Real. Actually real. If Carol was a dude played by... not Leonardo DiCaprio. What's the guy that looks like Leonardo DiCaprio? What's his name? He's in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Brad Pitt, yes. Thank you so much. If Carol was a rugged man named Brad Pitt, played by Brad Pitt, not named Brad Pitt. If Carol was a rugged man played by Brad Pitt, people would be like, he's trying to save the world. He's trying to save it for his wife that died. He's trying to save the world. He's not the... He's the unlikely hero. Only Tom Cruise is allowed to save the world? I don't remember the last time I watched literally anything with Tom Cruise in it. Maybe even had a daughter he has to protect? Bruh. I did recently watch One Battle After Another. I liked it. It's very fast paced. It was the shortest long ass movie I've watched in a while, to be honest. It's such a long movie, but like it's so fast paced that it did not feel like long at all. It was good. You can watch it. It was good. Have you watched Satan Tango? No. I have not. What's it about? If it's a Brad Pitt movie, I don't really watch Brad Pitt movies, so you can assume no, I have not watched it. I'm not a woman in my 50s. I don't watch Brad Pitt movies. It's a 7-hour long black and white film about the aftermath of the fall of communism in Hungary. Oh. I've been wanting to watch 12 Angry Men, but I fear that I would not be able to stand like 2 hours of middle-aged men screaming. That's like legitimately a trigger for me. A trigger in the correct sense of the word, as in I will have a panic attack. drama's funny like that, cause like you'll stop being afraid of the person, but your body will still be like have the fight or flight reaction. So you will panic regardless. Even if you're like not afraid anymore. It's one of those things. Tried to watch Star Trek Little Dexter and just not see the appeal. How does get 3 seasons? I don't know what you're talking about. No idea how it got 3 seasons. I don't even know what you're talking about. But I feel like a lot of slop gets many seasons because people just like mindly watch it. Young Sheldon. Big Bang Theory. Friends. Sorry. Just it's allergy season. So just spark of anger when I remember Big Bang Theory exists. Same. Not my thing of anyone. Hi. What's your usual? Hello. Crowboss is cooking. Shows that I think should be left to rot. This Wikipedia article is a work in progress. You can help by expanding it. It just shows that I don't respect. Big Bang Theory, Friends, 2.5 Men. What else? Any Young Sheldon derivatives. The Good Doctor. Freaking Hawaii 5-0. Fuck that shit. The Rookie can burn, really. Sucks. And this is as someone who used to enjoy Castle, by the way. So I had a positive bias towards the show and then quickly dropped it. My positive bias was quickly annihilated by how shit the show actually is. All the first responder drama shows, yes! Except The Pit. The Pit is actually really good. House is really good. But any of those, like, propaganda shows are... Oof. Oof. Hallmark movies, I hate them. Paw Patrol can burn too. Freaking can't believe they made the dogs into cops, man. The dogs deserve better. Did you watch Office? I just watched that at college. It was awful. The Office? Which one? The British or the American one? Because I like the American Office. Still love how in December they realized he was making propaganda for South Seasons Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I watched some of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, and a lot of, like, Brooklyn Nine-Nine was pretty self-aware for a lot of it. Like, they have plenty of episodes where they're like, you know, the police system is flawed, but we are doing our best in this small precinct. And then they realized, no, it's too far gone. How do you guys feel about Chicago PD? I don't think I've watched a single episode of Chicago PD. I cannot speak on it. I generally steer clear of, like, propaganda shows on principle, because not on principle as in, like, if you watch this, you're a bad person. On principle as in, I'm not gonna have a good time watching this. It's gonna piss me off, so I just don't subject myself to that. This is not gonna be fun for me, so I'll not engage with it, is my attitude towards a lot of things. Hi, coming. Something got auto-modded. Sorry, I don't have the thing open. I cannot see. I have to lock in, so I have as little things open as possible so I can finish my goddamn work without getting too sidetracked. You know what the only, like, cop show I can actually enjoy? It's Fillmore. Fillmore is good. Ba, 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 na, na, na. Yeah. Only cop show I enjoy was Law and Order. Focus with Blueberries. I cannot take Ice-T seriously in Law and Order. Motherfucker, every episode is like, some horrendous sex crime has happened, and then fucking Ice-T is there being like, I cannot believe that some people would be so sick. So I know that SVU meant the OG. I don't know of the OG. but that always sticks me out. Hi, Joseph! Your avatar is cute. Thank you so much. I drew it myself. I cannot believe someone would be so sick. It's like, really? Because you've been doing this for 10 years. You've been doing this for 10 years, bro. You used to enjoy NCIS 20 years ago. I used to enjoy NCIS because I thought the goth girl was cute and only that. Like a good voice, thank you, yourself. Obviously, this is a canon opinion. Yeah, I was only in it for the goth girl. Sorry. And the old man, the mortician. I liked him. Duck. The old mortician man. Did you take a drawing request? I take commissions over on my VGen. But not requests, no. You're the best person? Yeah, Ducky was... They were. I watched quite a bit of Criminal Minds back in the day. Also, because I thought the techie girl was cute. So to ask how much you should get paid for commissions really depends. You can check everything on my VGen. I can. Does that work? No, it doesn't work. Well, I can get you a link. Here, you can check it out. I watched Criminal Minds because the tech girlie was also cute. I recently started watching some X-Files. I have been enjoying X-Files. But I haven't watched any more of it for a minute. Because I got really busy and then other stuff happened. Oh, Widow's Bay is really good. That's coming out right now. If you want a show that's like legitimately good and also has somehow manages to have every genre of horror movie seamlessly integrated into it, you should watch Widow's Bay. I'm having a grand old time watching Widow's Bay. Wait, I don't think I told you guys. Salamat malam is good night on Bahasa Indonesia. Oh, you're Indonesian. That's interesting. We don't get a lot of Southeast Asian chatters. It's interesting. Thank you for teaching me. Have you ever done your own comic book before? Not one that I've posted publicly. I've worked on children's storybooks, coloring books. I made a Rick and Morty comic way back that I never posted. But I do wanna make a comic sometime in the near future. It's in my plans. But first I have this gallery show to finish. Well, I have school to finish, and then I have a show at a gallery. I'm actually booked. I'm sorry for bragging, but I'm actually so fucking booked. I see the Rick and Morty comic. No, I never posted it. It was never made public. It was just for fun, for my own enjoyment. It's long gone now. It's gone. Anytime I watch shows from the 90s or early 2000s, like X-Files, I'm reminded of how small the world seemed at a specific time. Yeah, I feel like shows that predate the big internet boom, you know, feel so narrow. Or like, not too narrow, but feel so contained. The X-Files has that feel. Twin Peaks also feels like that a lot to me. Like right now, where everything is so connected. I feel like that's something Lane gets really right. Sorry, I'm going to circle everything back to Serial Experiments Lane, so I just finished it. So that's gonna be what's on my mind for the foreseeable future. But, as well, Lane gets right about, like, even though it was made in the 90s, it gets it so right about, like, current internet. Like, the constant interconnectivity. Working on a comic book about a superhero called Bug Boy is based on a bee. Oh, like Spider-Man, but a bee. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of superheroes based on bugs. Spider-Man, Ant-Man, Mothman. He's technically a villain. Not really a comic artist though, I just do illustrations. Personally. So I have to learn drawing poses. Takes a long time to like get good at drawing. Being able to more or less draw every pose, I feel like that's what takes the most time when you're learning to draw. But I feel like once you figure it out, you can draw basically any pose. Like, even stuff with like kind of crazy perspective, you can still Where is it? Where is it? Where's my thing? This one. Even stuff with like really dynamic poses with a like crazier perspective, you can still do them pretty well if you just figure out how posing works. Or like you figure out how you specifically in your style you do different poses. What was the first ever drawing they've done? That was like 2 decades ago. That was a millennia ago. I don't remember anymore. I can show you the oldest file I currently have on me, which is from January last year. Maybe. Here, this is from February last year. It's the oldest drawing that I currently have. How did I learn to draw? Self-taught and then art school. I started drawing in middle school, and then I went to an art high school, and I've been in art school ever since. And I just taught myself in between art classes and drawing on my own free time. Drawing. Thank you, Jenkins. True path of the artist. Yeah, you just start one day and realize you cannot stop. I think that makes sense. I think being the operating word here. It's a KJ choice for torso and drawing male characters. I never draw male characters. I'm not really the person to ask about drawing male characters because I never draw them. But to me personally, when I draw poses, I just draw them like this. This is very weird. I don't think this is how you're supposed to do it, but this is how I do it. I just do head, and then I just draw like that. Like, I do very minimal for efficiency's sake. I do very minimal. Like shape work. Like construction and stuff. I do very little of it. It's easier. Well, easier may be the wrong word for it. It's faster. It's faster, and if I want to keep my commission prices where they are, I need to draw very fast. I've actually recently been quite worried because, well, inflation comes first all, doesn't it? And I may have to raise my commission prices in the near future. And I'm worried about it. Just constantly worrying. Because I have to be like, I have to earn a living wage. I can't keep myself on slavery wages. I'm afraid. It's not sustainable. People already tell me I charge too much for commissions, which is bullshit, but... Okay, we have Choten-chan. Thanks, very cute. Thank you. Why does YouTube do this to me? There we go. You want to adopt it? It's not an adoptable. This is going to a gallery in September. Ever joined an art contest? Yes, sometimes. Just draw the dudes feminine. That's what I do. I will accept commissions of a technically male character if they're androgynous looking, and I feel like I can make it work. But if it's a burly dude, I will not draw it. Cause like it's not my area, you know. And also I wouldn't have fun doing it. I'd be slugging the whole way through, and I don't like half-assing shit. But I won a small award for an illustration book I did for the alphabet. You're supposed to do a drawing for each letter of the alphabet. And I won one of the display awards, which means that my book went on to be displayed at like a thing. I don't remember the specifics anymore, it's been a while. My book was called living spaces, and I turned each letter into like a little cozy nook where someone could live. It's pretty fun! Except I was a university student at the time, so I had a lot of deadlines, and I did draw all those illustrations in one go in like 20 hours without any breaks, and I did give myself an injury. But aside from that, it was great fun. If we don't count injuring myself in the process, it was fun. Doing your body sketch right now is good for perspective. Nice. Fucking with the body proportions of the mytho? Yeah, go ahead. I just, I always draw really big heads, really tiny torso. That's just my personal preference. don't have to follow it. But to me, it's like the easiest way to draw proportions. To draw like poses, I mean. Because you get, like, that's where the main masses of the body are, right? So everything else just has to like fit with it. But then people... You guys watch me draw pretty regularly, so I feel like you're used to it, but when people watch me draw for the first time, like at my internship, they were like, wow, you're fast. And I was like, yeah. Let me show you. And they were like, what the fuck? It might make no fucking sense. It would take me like 2 weeks to draw all of this. Can you imagine my prices if it took me 2 weeks to draw anything? Can you imagine the cost of labor? And people wondered why I was so pissed off at the whole Twitter drama before. Can you imagine the costs? 2 weeks of nemuri on a Wacom tablet. I don't want a Wacom, I want an XP pen. I want a big ass XP pen. Screen tablet. It's massive. Cause I'm blind. I'm just surprised how sturdy Wacoms are. My first ever tablet was a Huion. No screen, no nothing. $40 Huion that I saved up for many months. And I beat that shit halfway to death, and it still lived multiple years. Start the screen ones like sometimes. I have not. Actually, I have been drawing on a Wacom. Have I? Hold on, let me go check. I'll be right back.
One moment, please. It's not a good sign. Why is that not working now? Oh boy, okay. Well, alright then. One moment please. Second. Give me a second. Wow. It's not a good sign. Why is that not working now? Oh boy, okay. Well, alright then.
Okay. My portable tablet is a Radeon Canvas 13. It does not lag. Wacom, I've never had a screen one. I've had a non-screen one and it served me fine. I rehomed my non-screen Wacom when I got the XP pen because a friend of mine wanted to learn drawing and graphic design and she was saving up for a tablet and I just had my Wacom that I wasn't really using. So I was just like, have this. There you go. You can have. It was a Wacom Intuos something, I think. Just a really basic one, not a screen one. But my portable tablet is a screen one, and it's a Radeon Canvas 13, 16, 13, something like that. It does not lag. It works fine. The pen is batteryless. The ones on the XP pen on my desktop, this one that I'm using today, is very big, very sturdy. The pens do need to be charged, but it does come with two of them, so you can always have one charging while you're using the other one, and I just swap them. And since it's a desktop one, you don't really take it anywhere. It doesn't really make a difference. It has 0 lag. I mean, it's not my fastest screen. I definitely cannot play like Overwatch on it. I wouldn't recommend it for playing video games on, but when it comes to drawing, you don't feel any lag. That's it, that's all the info. That's everything. I have the Radeon Canvas 13. I was trying to finish that version, but the scroller on the top left broke first week. Mine doesn't have a scroller, so it's probably a 16. It doesn't get a lot of views, or it didn't until I had to take it to my internship. So it was literally something that I bought just so that I'd have a portable option if I needed to, like take to school and such. But my at-home setup is much superior. Like, come on, mate. I think you're never gonna get, like, maybe the iPad Pro with the Apple Pen compares, like, it's comfortable on a portable thing. But in my opinion, a proper desktop setting is peak for workflow. So can't fucking stand when shit breaks. Or when you have to, like, disassemble and reassemble the whole thing. No, I don't like laptops. I don't like going places. I don't like any of that shit. I don't like having to carry a big ass bag with a computer in it. I like being at home, surrounded by gigantic monitors. With a tower of a PC. And that's my prerogative. Also, I don't really like buttons on my tablets. Hot take. I don't like buttons on my tablets. I prefer keyboard shortcuts. Plain maxing. By the end of the anime, how her whole room is, like, basically a giant computer, and she has, like, fucking, like, what, liquid nitrogen cooling system. So fucking cool. Hi, French Puff. Why are you LARPing? No, not LARPing in chat. Like, it will be reasonable. This. You are not a little puff pastry. You are some dude at his keyboard. Okay? Can we be so real? I'm willing to forgive you. Once. Stop the LARP. I'm the only one allowed to LARP. I'm a kawaii kuso-changas. You're not on a keyboard, you're on your phone. Oh my god, it's a Gen Zer. It's a Gen Xer. Oh my god, run. It's a Gen Alpha, run. Run. Whatever generation is after Gen Z, I forget. I only know Gen Z because that's mine. Gen Fortnite? Hey, this kid grew up on Roblox, get him! Yeah, Gen Alpha or Gen Z. Can you use a mechanical keyboard? Fast? Can you type fast on a mechanical keyboard? Can you identify the CPU on a computer? What is RAM? I'm interrogating the new chatto. If you want to chat here, you must answer me these riddles 3. No, you have no idea. Fake Gen Z. That's a Gen Alpha right there. Fake. PC can't run Google. Oh my god, that sentence gave me brain damage. Your PC doesn't run Google. Google is a search engine. Actually, your PC doesn't run Google. Google is a search engine. Your PC runs the browser application, and the browser is a Chrome or Firefox or fucking Opera if you're pretentious. Yes, the oldest PC known to man. Your PC can open Google. You know what's fucking vibes? Actually, hold on. I've been obsessed with like retro setups lately. Hi, Tammy! Welcome back.
Emily just redeemed Hydrate.
You know what's fucking vibes? I want a brick of a computer. I want a fucking brick house of a computer that runs Windows 98. That was fucking vibes. I just wanted to play solitaire on. I've actually been really obsessed with like what people are doing with Raspberry Pis. How they're like taking apart freaking Tamagotchis and putting a Raspberry Pi in it and then making it like run random shit. Like they're turning it into e-readers and such. I'm really fucking with that. I saw someone take apart an old flip phone, put a Raspberry Pi in it, and then just like turn it into a little phone charm that runs Tetris and Doom. And honestly, the urge to buy a soldering iron has never been so strong. Soldering iron. I really, oh my god, I have the deep, this is why I like cutting you open so much. I have a deep need to get in the guts of things. I actually kept our old computer for 2004 and I tried using it back in 2016. It was awesome. My eldest brother used LimeWire on it to get Swiss practical break from all the viruses. You just need to like reboot it. You just need to like wipe it clean and then reinstall Windows and it's fine. Or better yet, install Linux. Fuck, I need to become more unemployed so I can be a Linux user. And make little Raspberry Pi gadgets and gizmos. Such a fucking chud. This is what I aspire to. My hobbies like keep growing more and more insane and niche. I don't dream of labor. I dream of being a mad scientist. But you'd have loved it had Windows XP on it and had a Windows music player that would show really trippy squiggly visuals. Oh my god, I loved that shit. I used to put the entire Evanescence Bring Me to Life album on it, My Immortal, on it. And just watch it. Just fucking watch the thing. I used to do that for. I had a computer in my room from the age of like 7, which was a choice. So I had basically unfiltered access to the internet from a very young age, which explains a lot about who I am today as a person, I feel like. Well, Nemuri, you had internet access at 6 years old? That explains so much about your character. Yes. And I would go on games.com, even though I was not allowed to play video games. I would go on games.com. I would play the Leak Miku song, the and I would play Bomb It for hours. I would play Bomb It. And then my dad found out I put stickers on my computer and was very mad and said to me, I'm never fixing that shit ever if it breaks because you put stickers on it. And so whenever my computer stopped working, I would figure out what was wrong with it. And then I secretly got my friend, my best friend at the time, the deaf best friend that I used to have when I was little, to let me illegally copy her Sims 1 disc. And I would run Sims 1 on my computer in my room in the dead of night when everyone was asleep. And one time my mom caught me and she looked livid, and I remember looking at her like terrified and being like, I'll never do it again, just please don't tell Dad. And she didn't, so I kept doing it. She did not tell Dad, so I kept playing The Sims into the night. Well, you got away with it, yeah. Me too, man. The first Sims game was so good. It was really hard, though. It was actually really hard to keep your Sims alive. And you'd get fucking robbed in the middle of the night. It was crazy. I miss it. They recently brought it back to The Sims 4. You can get us robbed again in The Sims 4 now. The olden ways have been brought back, which is really great. I feel like everyone should get to experience that. It would take so long in The Sims 1 to like earn enough money to buy your Sims a good television, and then it would always get stolen if your house got robbed, and then the police would give you like 50 simoleons and not give you your items back. What are we doing here? It was such rage bait. It was such rage bait. I had a great time playing this. They were the best of times. and robbers eat it or something, the police would just tell you, like, the stolen goods have to be filed in as evidence. Here's some money for your troubles, and it would be like 50 simoleons. For my 300 simoleon television! And some other shit. One time the robber stole my house alarm. The police still came, but that's crazy. Those are fond memories. I'd forgotten about that. Those are some fond memories with The Sims. In the dead of night in my room when I was like 8. Obviously I need this house because someone steals my stuff. You couldn't have a carpet in front of a fireplace, because it would set your house on fire. Oh my god, the amount of times the stove would catch on fire was insane. And then, the thing about playing The Sims is that if you told people you played The Sims at the time, there were so many myths about it, and people just make shit up. And be like, oh, I had one of my Sims die by falling down the stairs once. And now it'd be like, that's not a death in The Sims. That's not a real death in The Sims. You can't die from falling down the stairs. It's not real. And that's how I became an actually kind of person. Can all be traced back to my dad not letting me play video games as a child. Who remembers the old money cheats? Who remembers freaking Rosebud? I do. You're too normie to know them. Wasn't Sims 3 called Motherload? Fuck. Why do I know that? That shit was locked in. I still have it. Still got it. Man. Good times. Yeah, you can link the reason to why I am today all the way back to that first computer that I had in my room. I've had unrestricted internet access since a very young age. That's probably not good. Jenkins, thank you for the gift of subs. Thank you. Congratulations on your tax evasion. It's a hype chain. They're on sale? Nice. I love a deal. Love a discount. No, it's probably a good thing I didn't find out about 4chan until I was like 14. Can you imagine? is not good either. But it could be so much worse. I mean, I wouldn't want a 14-year-old on 4chan. Especially not the places I was frequenting, okay? Cause like, you can be on 4chan and kind of avoid the worst of it. I was never a poll kind of person. So I escaped that. Some way, somehow. But B was my home for way too young of an age, to be honest with you. I should not have been on B at 14 years old. My gateway to it was the fucking anime board. A is your gateway drug to B. The alphabet is more dangerous than you think. But yeah, B, EGL, or CGL rather. Cosplay and Gothic Lolita. Never used 4chan as a kid, didn't even know how to get onto it. You just I mean, it was never really that secret. You just type 4chan.org/ in your search bar and it would take you right to it. It wasn't that well hidden. Should have been there for the peak 4chan shenanigans. It wasn't that impressive. Look, it sounds more impressive in retrospect than it did when it was happening. I can tell you that much. It's like Grandpa telling old war stories, okay? The reality is they were cold and starving on the front lines. There was very little glory to be had. Okay? They had to shit in a hole in the floor, but they don't tell you that part. They tell you about, you know, when they freaking stormed the French whatever the fuck. I don't know wars either. Sorry. I'm not that smart. I don't know the wars. I know they happened, but this is about as far as I know. War boring, edgy, bored fun. It's just being on 4chan at 14 is probably not good for you, but I lived with multiple mental health issues, but I lived. For Chan was memorable in good and bad ways. Mostly bad. Mostly bad, let's be honest. On second, I was pouring lore. Next, people were hunting animal visitors. Yeah. B was either incredibly detailed retelling of fictional incest, femboy porn, or fool. You have posted a picture that showed 2 pixels of your left toe. We now know your entire race and school and history. We're going to give your email to Scientology. I don't know. Yeah, I don't recommend people being on B or 4chan in general, especially not young. It's just a prelude to the modern internet. It was a prelude to the modern internet, but like somehow worse and better at the same time. A time that I used to be, I remember there was still twink porn incest, but real one. Yeah, I haven't been on B in a while. I wonder what's happening over there. Now I'm curious. I totally don't have 4chan open on a tab already. Don't bother me. Twitch and Kick gossip. AI degen. Incest. Porn. Are you intact or circumcised? Aww. This is so nostalgic. Porn, femboy porn. Sweet. Aww. She's still just like I remember her, kind of. Guri? And there used to be MLP, I think so, at one point, but it fell off. It's the most toxic wasteland. Funny fetish drawing versus girls turning to pudding. Oh my god, remember the bubbles? Hey, can you draw her like this girl, but like with bubbles covering her bikini so it looks like she's naked? I remember those. I was 14, by the way. Sorry. I don't have VT bookmarked or anything. Don't worry about it. It's definitely not in my bookmarks. I definitely did not access it suspiciously fast. when I was thinking about better social media I've living nowadays, because like it was like you were like we were in the cesspool, like we were in the sewers, but that was not like our lives, you know? Other people were not in the sewers. Everyone was not in the sewers. Your fucking grandma was not in the sewers. Your racist uncle was not in the sewers with you. You just sometimes took a trip to the sewers to see the sights and to hang out and vibe. And then you would go back to your normal life, disconnected from the sewage system. But now, people who grow up with social media now, the sewage is everywhere. It's their racist uncle is there, their grandma, their mom have been posting pictures of them to the sewage canals since inception. It's worse. Can't wait to be the racist uncle. I yearned for becoming an old crone, actually.
An original 04 just redeemed hydrate.
Thank you. I do have a deep desire to become an old crone. Every VT post, you just open it, everyone calls a VTuber a slut. Yeah. VT, you go on any board, and it's like, oh, she didn't stream today? She's a whore. She's getting a train run on her by 16 different dudes, and that's why she's not streaming. The board next to it, Vealer. The title of the board, why are Vealer girls unironically trad wife coded and morality pilled? I love it here. This is my home. R.I.P. Vealer. I was gonna audition, and then they died. I was gonna audition is going too far. I was thinking of auditioning. You're too based for them. I don't know if I'm too based for Vealer. Like, because their whole thing is all like not safe for work audios, right? And I already do like gore ASMR. That's the angle I was going for. How many gallons of liquid into each Vishojo girl's broth? R.I.P. Vishojo. Rest in piss. My audios feel more special things. I would want to go back to making them, but the apartment downstairs from me has 2 toddlers and a baby, I think? I don't hear the baby cry very much, but sometimes the whole apartment building reeks of baby formula, and it makes me want to vomit. Baby formula has one of the most horrendous smells in the world. Disgusting. I'm actually getting nauseous just thinking about it. I say it's high to fuck. Agreed. It goes well with Yona. I know! That's why I combine them so often. There's something really cute about, like, overflowing. Is there a more curse way I could put that? Overflowing. emotionally and physically. So vomit is very cute. Even though I'm a emetophobic IRL. Which is really bad. It's terrible being emetophobic because, like, and also to have like an extreme anxiety disorder, because if I get too stressed, I puke. So I'll be having a panic attack, throw up because of it, and then have a secondary panic attack waiting for me because I threw up. It's just never ending, isn't it? Apparently I've always done this since I was very little. There was my mom recently retold me the first time this happened because I had no memory of this because I was very young. Apparently in preschool, there was like every year there was a fundraising day where they would have like what they called the Sun Fair at the school, in which everyone would bring in like homemade stuff, like baked goods and stuff, like a bake sale, and sell them at the school to raise money. And so like the school would be like full of people on that day, and my mom recently told me, because I had forgotten about this, I was very little, this is preschool, so I was like 4 years old. Apparently every year I would at the Sun Fair, if the first year that it ever happened, I started hyperventilating so hard I puked. And my mom thought, oh, it's a fluke. It's just a fluke. It's the first time she's been in a crowd this big. It's a fluke. And then they took me to some other event that was also crowded, and I also started hyperventilating and puked. So turns out Nemuri has been having panic attacks so severe that they make me throw up since I was like 4 years old. So I was just fucked from inception. I was just cooked. I never stood a chance, did I? Probably I get so pissed off. I get so angry. My dad used to say, like, when I got really bad, like in high school, when the anxiety got really, really bad, or started getting really, really bad, my dad would always say, like, oh, that's a learned behavior. You learned that. You have to unlearn it. That's on you. That's your fault. That's your fault. You have to unlearn that. It pisses me off to this day because learned behavior at 3 years old to panic in a crowd. Okay. Okay. to unlearn that. Okay, that makes total sense. Yes, that's that logics. That totally logics. Why wouldn't it logic? I wonder if he ever asked himself if he might have been the one to learn from. No! He actively enjoyed making me have panic attacks. He caused them, like, on purpose, many times. Sorry, it's kinda, I know that's kinda harrowing to hear. I apologize. But it's the truth. He never asked himself shit. It was not, like, to him it was not, like, his problem. He had nothing to do with it. But it's okay. I went to therapy. I have not been to therapy in like 3 months. This is pretty bad, actually. I have not had time to go to therapy lately. It shows. I have a bit of a struggle too. Yeah, being undiagnosed is actually like way harder, in my opinion. Not just because of like the uncertainty, but just the lack of resources to help yourself. I think if you're struggling, you need to get help. And if you don't have a diagnosis, it's really hard to get like the correct and good type of help. And that's really, really rough. Therapy is expensive. Therapy is free in my country. All medical care is free in my country. God, the only thing worse than being sick is being poor and sick. Genuinely. I was like, 100 session when used to go and you had insurance. I went to, so here you can go to a public doctor or you can go to a private one. The public doctor is free. The private doctor, I went a couple times to see not a therapist, a psychiatrist. So that I could get medication prescribed. And it cost me $50 each time. For a private psychiatry like consultation. Not a therapist. I don't know how much a therapist costs. I have no idea. So I just always had it free. Every school is also legally required to have a therapist. Like a licensed therapist that you can see for free. Every high school, every university. So yeah. Wait times are pretty long, don't get me wrong. Like, I waited about a year to see my specialist, but it was totally free. But from what I hear in like the US, wait times are also long there and you have to pay a lot, so. Like here, if you wanna see a therapist tomorrow, you go to the private sector. Like for example, There was one time where I was about to run out of medication and my specialist was on vacation and I can't go off my medication because I'll have really bad withdrawal. So I paid for an appointment with a psychiatrist so he could prescribe me some more meds. It was $50. I saw him the next day. Or like a couple days. But otherwise, everything. If you can wait. So the thing is, like, people are seen not first come, first serve, but by, well, as all healthcare is, like, by need of care priority, right? Priority of care. So if they think you're doing fine, it's gonna take like longer for you to see a specialist. But I had like multiple ER visits already in my chart. So they were like, this girl is not fine. Get her in now. And it was like 6 months to get a general appointment, and then 6 months to get an appointment with a specialist for my autism diagnosis. And then I get like a appointment with my specialist, like with my therapist. Like I get an appointment once a month usually. And with my psychiatrist, I see her every 6 months to like check if all the medication's doing what it's supposed to do, correct dosages, so on and so forth. Make you do that puzzle test? They made me do a puzzle type of test. Like, they gave me a handful of like geometrical pieces, and they were like, "Yo, make this into a full picture." And I made a little pyramid, and they were like, "Yep." Yep. And then they give you the picture book, and they're like, "Tell a story with these pictures." And I had such a hard time with that. That I, like, halfway through, she was like, "Okay, you can stop. This is not going anywhere." I was so bad at it that she went, "You know what? We've seen all we need to see here." And, what else? Fuck. There was the, oh, did they make it to the faces one? Like the book with the faces? Like, what is this person feeling? They gave me a book with a bunch of people making facial expressions, and they were like, "Tell us what each person is feeling." And I got the lowest score they'd ever seen. My score was so low you you're autistic? I said, no, but my preschool teacher really wanted me to see a therapist when I was little because I didn't socialize with the other kids well. But I was never allowed to. And she's like, ah, yeah. That explains it. I wish I could see the report cards from my childhood. They probably all say like, great academically, struggles really hard socially. Every single one of them, every time. And I always got in trouble because of it with my dad. Every time he was like, why can you not play with the other kids? Literally just play with the other kids, 5-head. I don't like the other kids. They're mean to me. The other kids, they're mean to me. I don't like them. Why should I? I don't like them. They're mean to me, and I don't get what they mean. I don't get what they're saying. I don't get what they're saying because they say things and then that's not the thing that they mean, and then they're like mean about it. Like 90% sure that's where you got autism from. I don't even know, like, there's people on both sides of my family who are neurodivergent. Like on my mom's side, on my dad's side of my family, there's people like, but my mom is a social butterfly. And I don't think my dad is autistic because he's socially skilled. He's just evil. He's just a fucking narcissistic douchebag. My mom is a total social butterfly. He tandems a lot, have hyperfixation like surfing and working on cars. Oh, my dad's not like that at all. He was just evil. Just plain old evil. Run of the mill. Run of the mill evil. Don't apologize. Honestly. I'm not even like angry anymore. Most of the time. Okay, sometimes I'm still a little angry. On occasion. On occasion, I'm still a little angry as a treat. But 90% of the time, I just realized at some point, it just clicked for me that this guy's gonna blow up every single interpersonal relationship that he's ever gonna have. Because he's incapable of admitting fault over anything. He's incapable of changing. He's incapable of, like, to a large degree of empathy. Like, for example, his sister, my aunt, lost her husband to cancer. He was very beloved. My uncle was very, very beloved by everyone. Just one of those people, you know, that everyone loves. Impossible to dislike the guy. And, you know, she gets pretty sad about it. Normal. They were married for a very, very long time. She gets pretty sad about it. She, brings it up once to my dad. About how she's like, she's struggling because she misses him. You know? And my dad says to this woman who lost her husband to cancer, don't talk to me about loss. You have no idea what loss is. In regards to me, I'm still alive, by the way. I'm alive. I just don't talk to him. So, this is someone who's going to blow up every interpersonal relationship in their life forever. So, I just kind of, I almost feel bad about it as if for him. Not about him, but like for him. He's gonna die alone. No one's gonna be able to stand that for long. He's gonna die alone. By his own hand. The loneliness. I don't mean he's gonna kill himself. He's too prideful to have that level of depth. And he's gonna think it's everyone else's fault forever. And so he will never grow. So honestly, he's just kind of pathetic. So yeah, I don't really feel bad about it anymore. I don't really feel that angry about it most of the time anymore. Yeah, it's pretty sad. From what I hear from relatives. Sorry if I read some stuff you don't like to talk about. I don't really care, to be honest. If I didn't want to talk about it, I simply would not have. But yeah, what I hear from relatives is that he's like really lonely. Like really, really lonely. And some relatives have tried to like guilt trip me a little bit with it. It's like, oh, he's so lonely and you could fix that. And I've told every single one of them, like, I didn't break anything. I didn't do anything. This is not for me to fix. I can't fix it. It's not, I didn't break it. Like when people expected me to be serious, someone who hurt me. Exactly. Exactly. Like, I'm not above, like, occasionally extending an olive branch to someone, you know? But I'm nobody's keeper. I'm definitely nobody's savior. And I shouldn't be expected to throw my, like, peace away. Why? 'Cause this cunt is lonely? There are lonely cunts every single corner of the world. Oh yeah, someone told me you're gonna regret this on his deathbed. That one made me laugh. Someone told me, unironically, you know, you're gonna regret wasting this time when he's on his deathbed. This person clearly does not know me very well. Are you kidding me? I'm so petty. I've been waiting for that bastard to die. Brings me comfort at night, knowing that he cannot legally disown me. Because I do not have a history of violent crime. That's what keeps me. Listen. So many times I've wanted to beat someone up or key their car, and I've held myself back. I've held myself back with the thought of, if I get a criminal record, my father can legally disown me, and I will not get the inheritance. And so nobody got their car keyed. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't it a beautiful world we live in? Alright, I think it'll see you. Thank you, I appreciate it. Hope the people are grateful and smile for your mercy. I hope so too. I've wanted to say that to some of my professors. Like, you have no idea how much I've wanted to key your car this entire time, and the only thing holding me back was a criminal record. I want you to know that you were one shitty comment away from getting your ass beat by a 5'2", 40-kilogram ass bitch. And I would beat their ass too. Thing about university arts professors, they have no idea how to fight. You can beat them up easily. Can beat them up without even breaking a sweat. Some professors really do need their cars keyed, yeah. Especially when they, like, make you buy, oh my god. Not this motherfucker driving his, like, Mercedes-Benz into the school parking lot. And then telling us to our face to buy expensive materials when we're all broke as fuck. I had a professor in my first year of university tell me, you need to buy real fur brushes. You need to. You're just not gonna get the same brush stroke quality with synthetic brushes. When I tell you I beelined for the for the freaking DIY store and bought the first set of cheap synthetic brushes I laid eyes upon, and then proceeded to paint my little heart out. Hi, sausage. You're being a bit much. You're like all up in my business. You cannot be on my desk right now. Look at me, 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 look at me. You need to give me space. I'm working. You need to give me space, okay? If you want to sit next to me on the chair, you may. Would you like to sit on the chair? Stop sniffing my feet, you weirdo. You sit on the chair? Politely? Yes? Can I scooch us in? Good? Get off my armpit. Thank you. Anyways. Oh my god, he's all up in my armpit. How am I supposed to work like this? I can't work under these conditions. I can't work under these conditions. really do draw fast. Well, I need this to be done today so I can print it out tomorrow. I need to add this to my report. See such good shading, like 30 minutes. It's all multiply layers. It's all in the multiply layers. Trust. All you need is like 3 multiply layers and a dream. Sausage honey, that's my armpit. I need that. Multiply layers, yeah. Layer type multiply. bum, bum. Hi. What's up? I'm doing so. I'm pretty stressed about the last little bit of school, but otherwise I'm okay. How are you doing? He's like white under. Like actually pure white. What's my final project nervous? Same! We're in the same. We're the same. Final project stress is real. The nerves. I have to submit it on Monday. So I have to finish this so I can put it in there. I have to finish this today so I can get it printed tomorrow. So I can submit it on Monday. They have an option to keep it confidential, but I have no clue if I'm supposed to talk about it or not. Oh, real. I mean, my name is all over the assignment, so I'm not facing such conundrums. Not only is it all over the assignment, it's also like my brand is all up in there too. Names in the photo of every page. Yeah, so I don't think it matters if you toggle it or not. In that situation, I mean, how will they keep it confidential if your name is everywhere, right? It's logistics aren't logisticking. Imagine some people instead of around of people before you do or something. Keep it anonymous? But if your name is on it anyways. I don't see how. Anyways, have you heard the gospel? The gospel of I just finished Serial Experiments Lane and now I want everyone to watch it. Have you heard it? I want to start waiting for a while. You should. Should I watch Lane? You should. I would like to hear more of this gospel. Watch Lane. It's good. Serial Experiments Lane is very good. Everyone should watch it. It is. Listen to me. This is how you watch Serial Experiments Lane. For maximum enjoyment, I'm going to give you a tutorial. Because I want you to get the best possible outcome out of your experience, okay? Summer night. Fan. Dark room. Lane. CRT TV if you have it. If you don't, well, whatever, you usually watch your shit and we'll do. You believe it didn't reveal it? I'm gonna release it yesterday. I don't have Danganronpa mental illness, but I'm saddened for those who do and did not get any news. I see you, and I'm sorry. I see you, I hear you. I'm sorry it didn't pan out. Am I waiting for a certain game to be announced? I'm waiting for more Clock Tower. Release more Clock Tower. More Clock Tower. Release, you cowards. You fucking cowards. You fucking cowards. You fucking cowards. You absolute, you pussies. Give me more Clock Tower. Give me more Clock Tower. You motherfuckers. You shit. Give me more Clock Tower, you cunts. Give me more fucking Clock Tower. That's what I'm mad about today. They're now gonna give me more Clock Tower and I'm mad about it. I want Haunting Ground! Give it to me! At least a PC remaster or some shit. I'll settle for anything at this point. Please. Please, I'm desperate. Desperate. I'm like a girl who posted a selfie on Instagram and the only comments she got was, "Oh my god, you're so brave for posting this." I'm desperate for validation now, please. Please, God. All I've ever wanted is Clock Tower. They already... Can't believe they went a whole 22 years without releasing any new titles. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. We're living in Monkey Land. We're living in the Banana Republic. What is this? Give me fucking Clock Tower. It's never coming back. Listen, they said that about Fatal Frame and a new one got announced. They said that about Fatal Frame and a new one got announced. We are in the PS2 horror renaissance, I believe, in my heart of hearts. We got new Resident Evil, we got new Silent Hill, we got new Fatal Frame announced. Clock Tower, please, please, please. Someone I can still coping the old-fashioned way. I'll kill you! I'll kill you! I'll kill you with his 2 hands! You can't reach? I'll kill you with a very long pole! I'll get creative! heartwarming bunmentia patient still remembers how to rage the old-fashioned way. This internet fossil still remembers how to fall for rage bait. Fossil fuels, fossils. English is hard sometimes, it makes no sense. There's no logic to it. All words are made up. All words are made up. My cat is screaming. He's a grammar Nazi. And a Nazi, but we forgive him because he's very cute. What is it, little Adolf? What do you want, little Adolf? Little baby Adolf. For legal reasons, that's a joke. My cat's name is not Adolf. His name's Sausage. I was gonna make a really corny pun, but I held myself back at the last second. I hope you know what I just spared you from. The absolute nuke of a pun that I just had. Are those meows a joy or suffering? I smell chicken nuggies, so he definitely smells chicken nuggies, so he's very upset that they're not his chicken nuggies. Where do you find the music that plays in the background for students so pretty? It's just from my YouTube recommended. This is Serial Experiments Lane ambient tracks. It's just like old visual novel ambient music, really. Really. Be out in a second. And done. Wow. All done. Wait, there's one that I don't like the placement of. Which one are you? Here, this one. There we go. Alright. PG stream when? Alienate 98% of my audience. Thank everybody for the compliments. Let's find someone to raid because dinner is ready. Who? 誰が? Is anyone drawing? Oh, Bella is drawing. Thank you, everyone, so very much for coming. Thank you for staying. Hope you had fun hanging out because I had fun hanging out with you. I'm gonna see you guys over to Bella channel, who's also drawing. Please help her have a great stream, and see you guys tomorrow, not tomorrow, Monday